All right, so to follow up a story that I did just about a month or two ago, I'd have to scroll back and look. Amazon policy abusers are sentenced to nearly 6 years in prison, and they ended up with almost $1.2 million in restitution, the equalness of the amount of merchandise they scammed from Amazon, and I would imagine third-party sellers as well. So when we scroll down here, this is from Engadget. This is one of my most viewed websites that I watch. Check them out. I'll link it down below. It says 3 individuals just received lengthy prison sentences for their involvement in a scam that defrauded Amazon out of $1.2 million. So Aaron and Leah Finnan, I believe it's pronounced, they live in Indiana, and they ordered over 2,700 electronic items. So if we just talk about 2,700 items, I don't know how long of a scheme they ran, but let's just assume it was even over 2 years, which is, per day, 730 days in 2 years. That comes out to what? Almost 4 items a day. If they did it over a year, almost 8 items a day. Everything from GoPros to Xboxes and smartwatches and tablets and laptops and the highest end things you would expect to find on any site. They would then sell them, or first they would report them as damaged. And once Amazon replaced the products, they would sell them to a third person. So here's what they do. They go online, they go on Amazon, they buy a brand new iPad or even a used one or whatever. It shows up and they say it's damaged and they report it on Amazon. And so Amazon or the third party seller, in a lot of cases, will just send a replacement because that's what they requested, a replacement. Or they would ship back the damaged one and just get a refund. I'm sure that happened to them a lot. Somehow they perfected this. Maybe someone can tell me, did they order the iPad, it shows up, they call Amazon, say it's damaged, send me a replacement? Were they ordering everything purposely straight from Amazon because that pretty much guaranteed the replacement? Whatever it was, they'd get the replacement mailed to them, and they would then sell the good item to a third-party person, a local seller, Danielle Glumac. So they basically probably went out on Craigslist or OfferUp and said, hey, I got an iPad for sale. Guy comes and buys it. They give it to him for a really good deal just to move the merchandise. So that's the part I don't understand, is how they guaranteed that Amazon would send them a replacement item, or did they mail back junk to Amazon? Was this like switcheroo? Little cloudy on that. It doesn't give a clear answer to that. So they did $750,000 in scams, and they sold the merchandise to Glumac, their fencer, basically, for $500,000. And that was his discount in order to make some money, essentially. And so it was a U.S. District Court judge, Tanya Pratt. The couple got sentenced to 71 and 68 months in prison. I mean, that's a long time. That's 6 years almost for one, and over 5.5 years for the other one. And then the Glumac, the fencer, got 2 years in jail. And that's the U.S. Attorney Josh Minkler says it makes us all pay higher prices. That's 100% correct. And he says you'll get caught, you'll be prosecuted, and you'll go to federal prison. And that's what happened. And good on them. I'm glad they caught them. They did create hundreds of false identities and fake accounts to pull off the scam. They were also bouncing checks and renting cars and failing to pay for them and selling other stolen high-end goods. Man, if you're scamming Amazon out of $750,000, $1 million, why are you bouncing checks and renting cars that you're not paying for? And where's all the money going? I mean, were they drug addicts? I don't understand. That would be a lot of drugs too. And they have been ordered to pay $1.218 million in restitution. That's a boatload of money, almost $1.25 million. So, and as we reported in a story just a couple weeks ago, Amazon is now banning customers who request too many refunds or return incorrect items, or say they're returning an item for a different reason. And this is why. This is a good example. This is an extreme example, but it happens. It's often done without warning and without the ability to be reversed if Amazon deems that you're too much of a risk. They want everyone to be able to use Amazon, but not to abuse it. They never take the decision lightly, and we take action when appropriate to protect the experience for all of their customers, including some of the sellers. I mean, this was obvious. They probably linked IP addresses and emails and mailing addresses and bank accounts. I just don't understand how they pulled off, what was the point? I understand if you bought something and you got it and you said it, you wanted to return it, and then you mailed them back an empty box, or you mailed them back a brick, or junk, that would get you free merchandise that you could go sell. And perhaps that's what they did. This story says that they reported them as damaged and then Amazon replaced the product. I don't understand why, because wouldn't Amazon, if you say that your iPad showed up damaged, they'll mail you a replacement, but you have to mail the other one back, right? Or you mail it back and you get a refund and you buy another one. Somebody maybe on Amazon can clear this up for me. But anyways, that's the story. That's why they started banning customers. And I'm glad to see the follow-up on this, that this couple and their fencer got 6 years, 5.5, and 2 years in jail, plus the $1.2 million in restitution. So what do you guys think about this? I saw a lot of you guys say that you were against Amazon banning people, that you returned quite a bit of stuff. I don't think returning some shirts and some shoes and a watch here and there is going to get you banned. It's this kind of person that they're talking about. So thanks, Engadget, Mallory Locklear, for the story. I appreciate Mallory's writing here on Engadget. She has some comment sections. If you want to leave a comment, I'll link the story down below. Some people have already left their comments as well. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Make sure you check out the description box. There is still time and room to get into the VIP group. $15 a month or $75 for the rest of 2018 if you pay by my birthday, which is June 10th, 2018. Otherwise, we'll go back to our normal annual rates. So I will see you guys next time.